What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy hump day to everybody watching. Well, let's take a look at the astrology. We are on the eve of a new moon with Venus in Gemini. We got so much Gemini, it's crazy. It's wiggly. It's a little insane. I'm just kidding. It's not, but it's definitely having us contemplate. It's having us think up things. It's having us, bringing creativity to the mix. We are going to see the moon make a really nice sextile right before it comes in to Neptune. Then it's going to meet with Jupiter, and it's going to meet with Mercury, and we're just getting it all. It's also going to trine Pluto. So, yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's a little wiggle. There's a little like wanting to break free, kind of wanting to like contemplate a new future, contemplate how good connections can be, how good conversations can be, what's up with relationships. Gosh, I feel like those are stronger than ever. Kind of that vibe of wanting relationship energy. I mean, Gemini's the lover's card after all. Energy, ironically, but it is. I don't know, looking for that vibration, right? That, twin like energy, if you will. And gosh, a lot of aspects to the nodes. The moon will make a sextile to the north node by the end of the day, trine the south node, get ready for that new moon, which is at 5:38 a.m. on the west coast. And then there's Saturn chilling over here, about to come to 19 degrees of Pisces, where he's going to retrograde in 3 weeks. So that's fun. Saturn's slowing down for a retrograde, and it's just going to square all this energy from over there. And just I think Saturn's making sure we're sufficiently frustrated, right? Like Saturn's over here in Pisces actually holding shit together, which is the funniest part. Holding things together and helping us not spiral, helping us not go down rabbit holes that we don't need to go down, or contemplate things we don't need to do, or all these different things, because it's super heady and our mind's going to be all over the place, like looking at making up stories, envisioning things. The moon's out of bounds. I mean, we are just, it is just wiggly. That's the best word I can use. We're going to be all wiggly today. Mars is over here, 27 degrees of Aries, and starting to square Pluto, making us wiggle for our desires even more intensely. Like, there's all these different, like, avenues, there's all these different roads, there's all these different options, there's all these different people, there's all these different things right now. Things that we want, things that bring more value, things that bring good companionship, things that, you name it. We're fixing up ways to think up how to make it real in our life right now and how to make it happen and go get it. And Saturn's like, you can't have it all. It's just gonna be that little thorn in our side, I feel like. Even though Saturn's a big thorn sometimes. I just feel like I'm coming into this new moon tomorrow and for the next couple days. Saturn is holding us together, making sure we don't slip down into some karmic K-hole, if you will, and actually be, hold some things together and keep us making mature decisions and hopefully spiraling us up, because I do believe Pisces energy wants us to eventually spiral up. But gosh, it's really hard to spiral up if you haven't spiraled down first. And there's a little bit of that, just wanting to kind of break free, be free, make it, make changes, be very mutable. And we got to hold some things together here. And I think that's the purpose of this Wednesday, is to stay open, stay expressive, stay communicative, talk about things. But man, like we gotta keep it grounded, keep it here, and not get too spun out mentally on a story, on a vision quest, on something that maybe hasn't shown up yet. I mean, there's just certain things that are showing up, and those are things that are worth pursuing. And then there's certain things that don't even have any truth to them. And gosh, we can want to really pursue these things and go after them, and just got to find some happy medium here. And I do think that it's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's very erratic. It's very off the wall. Not since 66 like Vans, but soft, it's kind of like there's there's just a very wanting to liberate type of energy. And maybe it's Uranus at this, these Taurus degrees up here in the third decan that's just definitely making things a little bit more weirder and trying to have us uniquely identify certain things that we want and value. Not to mention that, I mean, it's in a 5-degree orb with a sextile to Neptune. It's sextiling the midpoint of Saturn and Uranus. It's definitely interesting. There's definitely like some fun breakout energy. And I mean, honestly, Gemini, Aries, I mean, there's definitely a mix for fun today. Like, I feel like that's the kind of the good wiggly that we could experience. We could wiggle ourselves out of, things and have a good time, and a lot of laughter could happen. But, we want to be careful that we're wiggling into the good side of life and not spiraling down. Let's wiggle up in the spiral of life and not wiggle down. And that's the main message for today, because there's a lot of mental exhaustion, and it would definitely feel a lot better to mentally exhaust ourselves in fun, creative, happy ways than to mentally exhaust ourselves in ways that are a little bit more detrimental, or, you know, a lot of the opposite of what I just said. I don't even want to say them because I don't even want people to go into that. But, and if you feel like you can't get to where you want to be right this moment, it's okay. I mean, there's plenty of things to come here. We got to, it's still a dark moon. Like, nothing crazy has to happen. I feel like we want to bring some crazy. We're almost looking at different avenues here to bring some crazy into our environments, and there's plenty of that to come. So don't rush it. Today's more of a, how do you chill and deal with so many different thoughts that want to kind of find some freedom, find some truth, find something exciting. Find some gossip, have a good time. So that's what I got for you on this Wednesday. It's wiggly, wily, and like we kind of want to find a way to chill, but it's like, I don't know, maybe not necessary. Maybe it's just like we're really shifting into some different vibration here. So I know a lot of us are ready for that, and that's a positive note too. But it's like everything has a consequence, and I feel like that's what Saturn's here reminding us for, is like, you can wiggle all you want, but every little wiggle has a repercussion in this life and in this reality, and Saturn's not gonna like let us forget that either. So don't get too frustrated if things aren't going, you know, exactly how you want, because they're probably not meant to if they're not working out. If things are working out, but there's still like even if it's harder to get there where you want, and it's just like it still has the excitement quality to it, great. Especially when it's like things you want to do, especially with relationships, with the South Node, and with, the Sun and Venus. Um, certain things are worth, the work and the effort, right? And certain things aren't. So you need to just check and make sure that if things, aren't bringing some kind of excitement to your life, it's probably not worth some decision to just jump. It's an interesting day, to say the least. Anyways, hope that was helpful for somebody on this plane of existence. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is saying we need to slow down, get back, not completely lose touch with the touch and the sensory, detail and sensory just expression of life. Like, we can be so heady that we're kind of missing out on the things that actually feel good, and even like the mind can go into some crazy places today. Like, it could go crazy. Like, there's crazy in the chart a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. It's like erratic. We need to like make sure we're taking care of ourselves, feeling ourselves in the right way, and not putting ourselves down if we are feeling a little frustrated with certain things. And I got the Eight of Cups and upright. Yeah, go F yourself. I'm sorry, this day just kind of it has that vibe to it. Like just those words at the top of that card. Even disregarding like the traditional Eight of Cups, you know, delineation, like it's like that a little bit. Like we there's like certain things that we feel like we want that's gonna make things so much more exciting, and it just feels like so close, so close. But I think the ability to know what's working and what's not, and to walk away from things is crucial right now. And I think that's why we got that card because we want to still find a lot of our value in ourselves and in the things we can control. And there's just so many things we can't control, and you got to be able to control yourself if you know something's a bad spiral, a downward spiral, or an upward spiral. So may you all spiral upward today. I love you all. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.